Hey guys, do you want to know how to blow up everything like you just saw me do? Stay tuned to the video. What's up, Blue Crew? It's your boy Big Blue here again with another video. I was always told that the Alchemist would never work for Siren since Splash Weapon is made for Moe's. Well, I got a good rolling one, and as you see, it works. So I'm using a double penetrating pent up Alchemist. This is one of the main reasons it works is because of the phase cast. After using phase cast, excuse that background noise. After using phase cast, weapon damage is increased by 250%. So on top of that, you know every shot that you land on a target increases the damage of the stuck gyros by 9%. So those add together to increase the damage. The transform is really important because I tried to do this with other shields, one that had like incendiary damage, and it just wouldn't work. This was me trying something else. The main one I use is the incendiary one. Gotta have a transformer. If you don't, you'll down yourself so fast because every shot that you take, red flavor text on this is you can't gain something without giving something in return. Talked about this in my Where to Farm video, but every time you shoot, you take a small amount of shock damage. If you increase that shock damage, you take more. So I was killing myself so fast it wasn't even worth it, because the weapon damage and everything else is added to that shock damage increase. That's why the transformer is a must-have. I got spiritual driver, which is weapon damage. Any spiritual driver would be better than this one. One like assault rifle damage, weapon damage, maybe critical hit damage. So this one actually doesn't look like it's very useful, but it's actually quite useful. First off, it's an elemental projector, so with the spiritual driver, gonna automatically give me that proc of my flame or whatever I'm using. On top of that, the 40% magazine size means I can put more bullets on the target before I have to reload. Some more damage. Area of effect damage is just like splash damage, same difference. So I was using that for more splash damage, and the action skill cooldown rate is nice, so it's actually a really good roll for this that I was going for. But that's pretty much the guns I use. Cutsman is just, it's not a bad gun, it's usable. It's always a great gun. I have a full build I'm going to bring you guys probably next after this one with the Cutsman. Just helps me get back up, a lot of splash damage increase. This is just a filler weapon, honestly. It's not here for any reason in particular. Skills, Fist of Elements tree, 5 into Anima. Got with that extra damage. 5 into Infusion, again, extra damage. 5 into Tempest. Do I need to say it again? Extra damage. Dread, for gun damage. Deep Well for that magazine size. Coming over to my mythical assault tree. 5 into do harm. Action skill damage is nice. My effect chance. Violent Tapestry. I need this to do as much damage as possible. Some more cooldown. Can't go wrong with cooldown. I could have put it in reload speed, but eh. Transcend for the critical hit damage. Ascendant to give me the extra life steal and everything else. Blade Bear for 25% more damage. I got Wrath for 40% more damage. Just increase the fire rate a little bit so I can shoot them all quick while I have a good shot on the critical hit spot. Remnant. So yeah, I've seen some crazy Remnant orbs with this build already. A million hits. Avatar, so I can just keep casting it as many times as I need to down bosses or enemies or whatever I'm fighting. In the Brawl 3, 2 in Route to Rise, give me some extra health. 3 in the personal space, so if I am really close to him, I can just destroy him. I got this from my class skill mod, Clarity, at that one point to regenerate some health. Got these 2 helping hands from it also to give me that 28% damage reduction. It's not bad to have this, the extra shield regeneration delay and movement speed and everything from this. From mindfulness, sorry. And when I'm fighting bosses, I usually use Soul Sap, because I get some extra health back. Flame, because most bosses I use shock, because my shock it doesn't matter. I don't need to worry about shock as much. And so the one that I have, phase cast, see, that's when weapon damage is increased. So I had to use a phase cast. I went with Tandava. You could try Reverberation or Deliverance. It's just I prefer Tandava. And that's my build. Get into some footage. Okay guys, so the first thing I want to show you is how fast it melts bosses. I have some clips of a couple of different bosses that I kill here, and I just want you to see how fast I actually am able to kill them with the Alchemist. Also, this build doesn't do great with corrosive enemies, but it still can handle them. I kept this part of this clip in because I thought it was hilarious. I actually ended up killing him so fast that he just got glitched and he's stuck here like a disco ball. If you remember from the beginning of the video, it's the same thing. I used him for that. It was just hilarious to me. Gravewart's another one of those weird bosses that takes me a little longer to kill. It still only takes me about 20 seconds, but compared to the 4 and 5 second kills of the other bosses, it seems like a while. So for the sake of the video, he does kill both Trunks with no problem. I just didn't want to include all that footage because it'd make the video even longer, and I'm already sitting at like 11 minutes. Okay, so I know a lot of my builds I do are either for mobs or for bosses. This one can actually be used for both. I have a couple of skills that you can change to make it where it's viable for enemies. Yeah, it's still a phase cast, so it's hard to actually stop the enemies, but you do so much damage. As you can see, it doesn't really matter. That's why I have the avatar, so I can cast it as many times as I need to just keep running through these mobs. I think in this clip I do end up going down once, but it's because after I take my shields off, I'm taking that fire damage. Also, one of the good things about having that transformer, every shot I shoot gives me that electricity damage, so it starts replenishing my shield almost instantaneously, so that's nice. I just run around and literally just shoot people in the face and they disappear. I think the corrosive thing only matters to bosses also. As you can see, that guy, he wasn't even a factor. It just seems to be like bosses because they have so much health. Maybe their resistances are higher, I'm not sure. Maybe somebody could tell me that in the comments. Okay, guys, that's gonna about do it for this full Mayhem Alchemist build on Amara. If you did like it and found it interesting, found some information that you needed, please like, share, and subscribe to stay tuned for more content from Big Blue. You guys, take it easy.